I think I've already mentioned this to you before. Did I talk to you about the Barnes & Noble marketing scheme? I probably read it somewhere.
Maybe, I don't know. Tell it to me.
I think that Barnes & Noble or any bookstore on like Fridays or like special weekends should have their most popular books. Or do you know how when you go into Barnes & Noble, there's certain books that the employees will write a little review?
Yeah, the description of or whatever.
Instead of having that, they should have their employees tag the books, like in fanfiction. And they should have their books tagged.
That'd be genius. Y'all couldn't see my face just then. Sorry. I made a face. I said, but like just with my face.
No, I think that would be a great idea. And I think it would bring in a lot of revenue, truly. Because I did read something on it was Pinterest, but Tumblr, Twitter, something, saying that fan fiction is completely different of a reading experience simply because when people go to look at fan fiction, they're looking at tags and stuff and they're looking for a certain emotion or certain thing. And with a book, you're kind of going in blind.
You can guess at the tropes that are going to be in it based off the back, but you don't really know, and even the covers aren't always helpful.
Right.
Whereas with the tag, you know basically exactly what you're getting without revealing any information too deeply.
Yes. And if you're looking for something specific, you can find it. And I just think that'd be genius for Barnes & Noble, like going
That'd be so smart.
to a completely new book.
And you know they could come up, you know how they put little signs on certain tables?
Yes.
You know they could come up with a smart, snappy sign that's like fan fiction, more like real fiction, or something like silly and goofy. Probably that was maybe a little too pointed for our fan fiction readers, but something silly and goofy that's like, why would you reference fan fiction? And maybe some of the books are fan fiction that are published, but I love this tagged idea. That's so genius.
I know. So
Call Barnes & Noble headquarters. Let
hey,
them know.
I have trademarked this idea. Give me residuals, and we have a deal. I'm calling my manager, Maddie. Anyway, that's my brilliant business idea for the week. So, on that note,
You should unlock your. I want to see your phone locked again. Guys, I'm not gonna expose her like this, but you should know
there's a new hyperfixation.
and it's the funniest thing to me. Like now,
You can expose me. I don't care.
no, it's okay. But my brother called me a simp the other day, and I was like, for this person, you're not wrong. But then I was like, you do simp for him.
Me?
Yeah, just a little. No, for him.
Which one?
Yes, but mainly the other. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You thought you simped for one, and it is obviously the other. Once you really thought about it, you were like, wait.
Well, because I met.
Identify with the other, yes.
I met the other one first.
Yeah, you were like, hot guy. And then you were like, oh no, another hot guy.
But he's greasy
Ah!
and depressed. My type. No.
Oh no, he's hot.
No.
Oh no,
no,
he's depressed. And has dark hair and is kind of tall and has dark eyes.
Yeah.
Why is our type similar?
Well, I don't think so. I don't know. I can't get a handle on it. Your type is like...
Our fictional man type is really similar.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know my real person type, Bailee. I don't
Me neither.
do that.
I don't believe in that. My real type, my IRL real type.
IRL. We're in a game. It's a simulation, guys. Fanfiction actually isn't even real.
Funnier than me.
That's hard to do.
I know, right? Because I think I'm the funniest person.
I don't know how that happens. Everyone's funnier than me, so that's really not hard for me. Which is why it's not a requirement of mine.
I don't think that's true.
I do, but it's okay.
No, I've met some really unfunny people.
I'm sure I have too and just don't know. I forget things. I'm like Dory, but it's not short-term memory, it's just memory generally.
I think I said to you the other day, this podcast works out really well because Maddie...
Spoils a lot.
Well, yes, you do spoil a lot. But you have really good fictional memory. Where my brain is like, we don't need that. We're going to throw that away. You could spoil me all day long, gang. I won't remember it. Guaranteed. Do you know how many times I was spoiled about Dumbledore dying? And I was shocked.
She still forgot. It was actually really awesome.
I was shocked.
She was like,
I was like, he's not dying, is he?
Oh my gosh.
It was so crazy. But anyway, welcome back to Fanfics Friends. Today we are talking about tags.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Sorry. Nothing cool to say after that.
Giving you the floor, and I got it back.
Take it back.
Take it back now, y'all.
One hop this time. Right foot, left stomp. Left foot, left stomp. Freeze. This is probably gonna get us in trouble.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Nar. Okay, guys, let's get serious.
Really intimate there.
Let's get serious.
The rest of this
podcast is going to be ASMR style.
That's false. Anyway.
Yeah, we say one funny thing and we're blowing the eardrums off of the listener.
We stayed that close, yeah. I feel like Dwight Schrute. False. Bears beats Battlestar Galactica. Anyway.
I said bounce house. Bears beats bounce house. Okay, tags. So, what is your go-to tag? Do you have one?
Oh, I don't know.
Do you search by tags?
No.
Okay.
Now, I will exclude tags.
Okay.
Because in majority of the fandoms that I read in, if I don't filter for like explicit or like mature in a sense of like violence, I will filter for other explicit content that I really don't care to read because I don't want to get rid of. Some fics are very violent, especially in like the My Hero fandom, and that doesn't bother me. I'm okay. I can handle that. But there's other explicit content that I don't want to read. I'm not looking for it, so I will like filter for certain things and be like, I don't want that or that or that or that or that or that. Or sometimes I filter backwards by saying I don't want this relationship in it because I'm looking for enemies to brothers. Like, not enemies to lovers, I'm looking for enemies to brothers. So, like, I'll filter backwards sometimes, but I never filter for something specifically.
Okay. No, I'm the opposite. I'll put all of the ones that I want.
You want.
And then I'll pick so many that I want that it'll end up...
You get like 5 fics.
Yeah. No, I'll get a few, but it'll end up narrowing out. Like, as far as narrowing down from...
It's hard to put so many tags in because it filters it to a fic that includes all of those tags, not a filter with some of those tags. Whereas when you filter backwards, like by exclusion...
It will still add...
It's getting rid of all the things you really don't want, but it'll keep all the things you potentially may want. So it's like, you gotta find a happy medium.
You also have to know your tags.
Yeah, between the two of us, who really knows their tags?
Not me.
Folks,
I just recently started.
Folks, she's actually gotten better since this first started. She actually does occasionally read all the tags, or most of the tags.
I learned my lesson the hard way.
Again.
Again. I was jump scared. I didn't want to.
And it wasn't even subtle. Well, it was obvious, but you didn't know it was obvious.
I didn't know it was obvious.
She was unprepared, guys.
Hop in.
The phrasing was bad just then.
Yeah.
Sorry, folks.
Everyone was unprepared. They were unprepared, and I was unprepared. And
We gotta stop.
No.
Oh my god.
Well, anyway, yeah, I've learned my lesson. I read tags for the most part now.
For the most part.
For the most part. But...
Wow.
Because it didn't matter before, okay?
Well, it did. You just didn't know it mattered.
Yeah, I guess it... Yeah, I didn't know it mattered. So for those of you who don't know, tags, it is specifically, I think it is specific to AO3, right?
It looks like fanfiction.net doesn't exactly tag in the same manner as AO3, but the tags are similar the tags that are here are similar. It's listing characters. It lists, I don't know what to call it. It's like the type of fic it is. So like some of them are angst, drama, or let's see, romance, hurt, comfort, angst, hurt, comfort, romance, friendship, sci-fi, supernatural. So it looks like they have like set things maybe.
They're more used as genre tags.
Yeah, it looks like they're genre tags.
Okay.
Or genre labels, I guess. They're not tags, exactly. So I guess tags are pretty specific to AO3. You can explain them and I'll check Wattpad.
Yeah. So, yeah, tags specifically, I guess, for AO3, they're a way for the author to give the reader an idea of what specific content might be included in the fic that they're about to read. So kind of along with the lines of what she was saying, angst, hurt, comfort, they're all different emotions or situations.
It's kind of everything. Ooh. There are tags on, they're like tags on Wattpad. It's like notes. So it's like adult, boyfriend, death, dreams, friendship, ghosts,
and you can
grief,
pick multiple.
Haunted, healing, heartbreak. I actually don't know if you can filter by them. This is why there's premium
AO3 is
Wattpad.
What?
So there's categories on Wattpad like werewolf, romance, LGBTQ+, fan fiction, short stories, teen fiction. There are these little, I'm going to call them tags. Think about them like hashtags or what do you call them on TikTok? When you can like... Are they hashtags on TikTok too? Where you put them in at the bottom and it brings them up in certain people's feeds because it has those words?
I think they're hashtags or tags. I think
it's a tag in the same manner, right? So it's the same kind of tags. But it looks like on this it's more used the way it's used in the social media sense of if you wanted, like, they're putting any possible tag for Itadori. So it comes up. Every iteration of Itadori's name from JJK is being put in the tag section on Wattpad. Such as AO3, where it's usually there's only like one or two versions of a person. Mm-hmm. There's set tags, right? You know how sometimes so tags on AO3, she's gonna tell you what they are. I'm sorry, I have jumped way ahead of the boat, but like on AO3, the tags, there are set tags, and then you can also make your own tags.
Yes.
So sometimes authors will choose preset tags, and then you'll notice they go off course a little because there'll be a tag, and they'll be like, how is that not a tag yet? Which is its own tag, by the way, which is super funny. Like, it's its own category of tag at this point. But, like, they can choose any preset tag. Yeah, that's the basis of the tag function now that, you know, we've gone way off track, but still somehow on track for once in our lives. We're on but off.
We're adjacent. We're so adjacent right now.
We're parallel.
We are so parallel. Sorry, I started thinking about parallel parking, like, really intensely.
Bro. You know, people are like, Jesus, take the wheel, but people are like, Jesus has never driven a car, but it was of his own accord. Homie's out here driving a Honda.
So awful.
I've only got
thing you've ever said
I've only got nuh-uh, that's not worse than Eric.
What does a DJ name his son, guys?
I don't know, Bailee. What does a DJ name his son?
Eric.
So Grasshopper walks into a bar. And the bartender's like, oh my gosh, we have a drink named after you. And the Grasshopper's like, you have a drink named Steve? Anyway, let's actually get back on topic.
Tags on AO3 specifically, I would say, are used more as, at least for me, I use them more as warnings.
Kind of.
It's kind of like a warning, especially since
some tags are warnings.
Right.
Like dead dove do not eat
that is a warning.
It's a tag used to classify the fic and to describe the fic, but it is a warning that what it means is that anything you see in the tags, like anything that you see, is exactly what you're going to get. Mm-hmm. So if it says, like, I don't know, anything horrible, it's not going to be kind of there. It will be so there.
And also, I think it's really important for, you know, because we talked about earlier, like Barnes & Noble or bookstores should do this thing where they tag. And it's so important for fan fiction, though, is because the essence of fan fiction is writing fictional work based on things that already exist. So you need the tags to know, if you haven't necessarily watched through the canon or read through the canon, like me, you need them to know if you're going to be spoiled or not. Because good authors will tell you if they're going to spoil you.
They do. Yeah. Especially, like, manga authors, a lot of them will say it's based off of XYZ chapter.
Yep.
Which is awesome because you're like, ooh, I'm really not there. Great. Yep. Probably don't read this.
Probably don't, unless you want to.
Some authors will put them in the author's notes before the chapter of a fic, which is also where a lot of them put trigger warnings for specific chapters.
Yes.
They'll tell you, like, where to stop reading and move to, but I feel like tags are a good indicator before you even step into a fic of what you're getting. Now, at the top of any fic, next to the name of the fic, there's a little box, and the little box gives you similar warnings. I know we're not actually talking about them. This is not technically tags. It's just the, what do you call those?
The ratings.
The ratings, yeah.
And they're different than tags in the sense of a rating is more like you would see on a movie or something like PG-13, except they're split into 4 different categories.
And it tells you the main kind of relationship. If there is going to be, like, any romantic relationship, it's going to tell you the gender of those 2 characters. It's going to tell you the maturity rating. Now, the maturity rating, all of these warnings and ratings are up to the author, which is why the tags become important. Because it could be rated mature, but there could still be blood, gore, and violence that you don't know you want to read until you're in the middle of a scene and somebody's very not okay, and you're not okay either. So that's where the tags come in, because you're like, this is mature, but it's not explicit, so maybe I'll be safe. Nope, this says torture and gore and gun violence. Let me avoid this.
Because mature for one person does not necessarily mean mature for another person.
Yeah. Sometimes they're mature for language, and sometimes they are not mature for language. And it's E for everybody, but the amount of language, if that's something you want to avoid, is absolutely crazy. And you'd be like, holy cow. Whoa.
Maybe tone it back. Tone it down.
A lot. Bakugo. Get out.
But it can also... So I didn't know until oh gosh, it was a few months ago. You were the one who, you had just mentioned it in passing, and I picked up on it.
What did I do?
I didn't realize that I didn't know what this meant. I had just always looked over it.
What did I do?
No, it was nothing super dramatic. It was the alternate AU.
Oh!
I didn't know.
Alternate universe AU?
Yeah, I didn't know that. I just glossed over it. I was like, I just don't get to know what that is. AU, I never understood.
So there are a collection of tags that are, they either say AU or they do straight up say alternate universe. Mm-hmm. Right? And AU stands for alternate universe. Sometimes it's closer to alternate reality, but they're close enough that nobody really cares that they're not distinct between the two. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of alternate realities, alternate universes, right? So sometimes in my world, it's alternate universe, Midoriya has a quirk, or alternate universe, somebody's dead, or alternate,
Nobody's dead.
Everybody lives.
Everybody lives.
Alternate universe, magic isn't real. Or like alternate universe, muggles. Mm-hmm. Alternate universe, like anything. Anything you could possibly imagine. Or the best is when it's an anime or like a book or whatever, and it's alternate universe Hogwarts. Or alternate universe Harry Potter. Right now they do that. Yeah. Where they don't just cross the fan fictions as in you put them in the same world and pretend they can interact. You put them in another universe entirely. Yeah. So it's all of Merlin characters placed into Harry Potter. Mm-hmm. Or vice versa. Or it gets even weirder and it's Avengers and My Hero Academia, but it's in the Avengers universe, not My Hero universe. Anything is possible, but then sometimes they don't do that. They have their own universes, but they're in the same universe. It just all kind of depends, but yes. AUs?
I didn't know. I love an AU every once in a while. Usually, I want to stick as closely
to canon because you're trying to fix it.
Yeah, I just want you to fix the canon for me, please. Please and thank you.
I'm so intrigued by it.
But tags can also differentiate, like an author chooses to do a post or a pre-canon. They can also tell you if that's what that fic is going to be about. Tags are important because, in some ways, I think that's what makes fanfiction. If I wanted to go in blind to reading something, I would read a book.
Right.
I read fanfiction because I want something very specific.
You're searching for something intentional.
I'm searching for something. Most of the time. Most of the time. All of the time. All the time I'm looking for, at least, even if it's just, I'm looking for a one-shot.
True, because sometimes they'll tag one-shots, but also other times, you don't want just fanfiction, you want specifically Loki fanfiction.
Right. But not even just that. I want this character, Loki, or this character, whoever, to be feeling this certain way.
Yes.
Or I want
a fix-it fic, or my favorite guys, time travel fix-it fix, right? It's a Harry Potter time travel fix-it. So, AO3, character, Harry Potter.
Yep.
Additional tags, time travel fix-it.
Yep.
Search.
And I truly think book sales would go up if we started tagging books.
Well, and what's so funny is tags are becoming, people don't know all of it, but it is kind of in normal culture at this very moment because of the sweatshirts with the tags. Mm-hmm. People are actually putting tag style things on sweatshirts.
Super popular ones that are kind of
like
could be recognized or
hurt comfort, which is hurt/comfort. Typeface.
Enemies to lovers.
Or what's the other stuff? There's like some really popular ones.
Dead dove do not eat.
I've
seen those.
People are so crazy. Let me see if I can find some. Hurt comfort, dead dove do not eat, of course. Fluff, hurt comfort, slow burn, enemies to lovers. No beta, we die like men. No, the best though is that's the OG. No beta, meaning nobody else has read it. The author probably didn't even reread it. They just posted it. But sometimes, not always, but that's usually what no beta means, right?
Oh, I thought it meant
no. No beta meaning they don't have a beta reader.
Okay.
Somebody's not testing the water for them. Like, there's nobody reading it and being like, yeah, this is good. Or there's this weird plot hole. And they just post it, right? It's no beta, we die like men. But
that's so funny. I did not know that.
But some fandoms will, like, change it. So it's no beta, we die like night eye. Sorry, guys. That's way been out. That's technically not my fault.
I don't even know what you just said.
Okay.
So.
No beta, we die like Dumbledore. No beta, we die like, name any character who's died in any show ever that you care about, maybe, or you don't care about, but everybody knows. And the death was shocking. No beta, we die like Iron Man. No, exactly. It's just like that. It's kind of a meme, but also great. I love no men. It's just so funny. No beta, we die like men. I love no men. I also do love no men. But also not in fanfiction sense. because most of my favorite characters happen to be male. So that'd be really awkward.
We love reading about
sad boys.
Sad boys.
BOIs. Boys.
Boys.
Boys. That's true. We got issues. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so I went...
No, Beta, we die like the Marauders? That's tragic. Wait, no.
I don't want to read the Marauders.
I'm sorry.
I don't want to, but I feel like I need to.
Why?
Because I feel like I'm missing out on a whole experience.
Oh my gosh, wait. This is a sweatshirt with an author's note on it. It says, look, you saw the tags. You clicked anyway. I don't have to justify myself to you. You knew what you were getting into, and I apologize for nothing. This is exactly what you need to know about tags. Tags tell you everything you could possibly need. If an author tags correctly, they tell you everything you could possibly need to know about a fic. Such as trigger warnings, things you're really looking for, anything on the face of the planet that could possibly pertain to what you're searching for and or what you're about to read. A good author, well, most good authors, some good authors just don't even know that tags exist.
They just hate you.
Okay. Or they want you to suffer. They're like, hey, read, or they say read my author's notes, which you should really read author's notes. Sometimes I don't because they do have spoilers for the fic, or they're years long.
Yeah.
But at the top of the page, not even the author's notes, which are at the bottom of the page, but at the top of any chapter, it says notes. Generally, these are shorter, and they're notes on the chapter. So if you're needing to avoid triggers or something like that, that's where you would find it. At least maybe glance at them. Most of the time, they're just chapter descriptions, which is vibes. But tags are so important.
I wish they were utilized.
By you? By you? Utilized by you and Barnes & Noble, but more you than Barnes & Noble?
More Barnes & Noble than me, honestly. I like to be surprised sometimes.
But not by specific things. You should really just learn how to filter out those.
Yeah. No, I'm learning how to filter. I feel like a toddler. I'm learning how to filter.
Okay, well, when you go to the side, you go to the side of the page. And you know where it says filter?
Okay.
You scroll down and go to exclusions, and you filter for the things you don't want.
Ugh.
I know.
Anyway.
Bossy.
Anyway, tags. I went on AO3 to their frequently asked questions.
Oh, okay.
Tags, somebody asked how they're organized, and they are organized in a certain way, and guess who organizes them, guys? The tag wranglers. They're called tag wranglers!
Wait, that's so funny. Why?
I don't know why they're called, but there's the wrangling guidelines.
You have to read all of these guidelines in an accent go.
No, I didn't even look at the guidelines. Oh, wait, maybe I will. Wrangling guidelines. No, this is a lot. It's got sections. The tag wranglers build tag relationships which nest in the following structure. So they have the top, which is what type of media it is, and then underneath it'll be the fandom, then the characters, then the relationships, and then additional tags. I didn't know that the top part, because usually it's sectioned off the media fandom, characters.
If you read tags, though, generally they're going to follow the same order, right? You're going to get the show it is, right? You're going to get that. So at the top of a fic, if you look at the top of any fic, let me pull up a fic so I can show you too. So like, whoa, so many fics. Two
week. I have like 8 pulled up right now.
Listen, bro, please don't fight me on this. The name of the fic, by who it's by, and then it's going to give you the fandom it's in, but then it'll give you like a context here. If you're doing Harry Potter, it could be Harry Potter movies or Harry Potter books or Avengers
comics or movies
or
series.
MCU. Sometimes they classify specifically by the MCU.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's Avengers as a whole. So yes, the structure, and then the tags usually go from the warnings if an author chooses to use warnings, which they don't always, because the ratings are different than the warnings, but sometimes they put warnings. It's an external work. At least one of a warning applies as of graphic depictions of violence, major character death, non-con, underage sex, specific warnings shown in the archive warnings tags. Or the author chose not to warn for content, or archive warnings could apply, but the author has chosen to not specify them, right? Those are your options there.
And those are the ones that we talked about earlier that are in the corner.
The little boxes.
They're not tags.
Yeah, so it's going to tell you if there's any warnings. It's going to give you the characters, and then it always moves into detail tags. Mm-hmm. If you notice that, right? You're going to get all of your characters right at the top.
Baseline. I always usually skip the beginning. That makes sense.
What's interesting is I don't know the difference between the shaded tags and the non-shaded character tags. I've yet to discern the separation there. I don't know if you can
highlight, maybe?
place some that are like key and then everything else. Mm-hmm. Like the key thing to know about this fic character-wise is that it's Harry Potter, Ron, and Hermione. Mm-hmm. Like their friendship. That's the key relationship. Mm-hmm. Or... Like,
I always figured it was... The key relationship was whatever one was
first.
That's
how I always assume it too. Yeah. But again, I don't really know. But then it always moves into silly, goofy stuff like... Oh, well, I say silly, goofy stuff. This one doesn't have silly, goofy stuff.
That was really interesting.
Memory alteration. Everyone needs a hug. Fluff. What a simple, obvious tag. Fluff. Everyone's doing their best and it's all gonna be okay.
My favorite
Only one fic under that.
This one fic I was reading, and they had put a tag, and then right after that they had made their own tag saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is a tag now!
Or I love when it's XYZ character needs a hug, but then sometimes they follow up with, and she's gonna get it.
Yeah.
Or he's not going to get it. And you're like, oh no.
Oh no, let me click on it. Be sad.
Or when the author self-inserts into their tags. Cat named Goose is still here. Canon Seasons rewrite. Mostly fluff. The boy deserves it. Who actually does not die in this fic. That's the tag.
Making sure.
Who actually does not die in this fic. Fun facts?
There's so many.
I know. Very poorly, mind you. That's the tag. Very poorly. Okay, so sometimes they follow like actual tags, and then they get into telling you a story via tags.
Yep.
So this is bullying, attempted anyway, very poorly, mind you. Generally, the most awkward, piss poor bullying you've ever seen. That's like 3 separate tags. Why? They wanted
a limit.
They wanted you to know.
I wonder if there's a limit though. A character limit on tags when you're creating your own.
Angst with a hopeful ending. Somebody being a bit of a dad. Canon character quote death. Hand waving science. Hand waving science. There's multiple tags. There's multiple fics under this tag.
Oh, okay.
But the tag has not been marked common and can't be filtered on. So, good thing to note, I guess. Some tags, there's common enough. There's common enough tags. Well, fics that are tagging this one tag.
Yeah.
But you couldn't search by that tag until, I guess, a certain number of fics. So, don't search for hand waving science fics. You apparently won't find them yet.
You don't get to. No.
Oh, what a weird collection. Captain America movies, Thor, Star Trek, Voltron, Nirvana and Fire, Boku no Hero Academia. All these people would, though, be the same human.
Is it all the same person?
I don't know, let me look.
That wrote them?
Nope.
Oh. Maybe they're all friends.
I don't know, but I'm really intrigued by that. What does that mean, hand-waving science? Anyway.
Guess what I found?
What?
On AO3, I found the 100 most popular tags.
Tell them to us!
Guess what the top one is?
I don't know.
Just guess. You've said it a couple times.
Enemies to lovers?
Nope.
Hurt no comfort?
Nope.
Hurt comfort?
Less words.
Fluff?
Yeah!
That's number 1?
It's number 1! So
are these the most used or the most searched?
They work usage ranking of no fandom canonical.
Sorry, what?
How do you say that word?
Show me.
Canonical?
Show me.
Canonical.
The work usage ranking of number fandom canonical freeform tags
from 23. So yeah, about this past year from last month to 2023. Fluff was number 1 because I think it stayed similar.
Okay.
Angst is the second. Because, you know.
Yep, makes sense. Go
yin
on.
yang.
Yep. Fluff and angst.
Alternate universe. Sexy content. Sex. Relationships.
Wait, just the tag
just relationships. Yeah.
All right.
6. Hurt comfort is 7. And don't worry, family is 8. Directly followed by smut.
Okay, real questions
so
for
terrible.
Real questions for maybe a later date. Sex and smut.
Same.
Why is there so many tags for one thing?
I don't know. Maybe because newbies
don't know what smut means.
Don't know what smut means.
They should find out. Figure it out.
Probably pretty fast. They will.
The phrase lemon means the same thing. Just boys. Can we just...
We have one word now. The last one is... Dang it! Number 100's mutual pining. We can't have people in love.
I'm okay with mutual pining. What I can't handle, miscommunication tropes. Get them out.
It depends on...
Nope.
It depends.
Nope. My least favorite too is when it's... Now, it's one thing
98, Alpha, Beta, Omega!
She says that in jest, y'all. If you're new here, Bailee hates ABO. Not that she actually has anything against it. She just doesn't want to read it.
I don't want people to smell me. That's my biggest issue. I don't want to be perceived
by smell.
Ever. Perceive me visually. I keep wanting to say orally. That is not it. Do not perceive me orally.
Or oralfactually.
Is that what nose is?
Is it an oralfactual sense? I think. Is that the right way to say that? Bryce is gonna be like, these girls are idiots.
Just don't smell me. Are you a dog?
Ew. It's olfactory. Olfactory. Olfaction. Olfaction. The sense of smell is olfaction.
Okay, don't olfaction me then.
I was close but wrong.
No, that's my biggest... I mean, there are more issues with it, but I think that's the biggest one for me.
Olfaction.
Or people olfactioning me.
You have an olfactory presence. You don't want that?
No, I don't want my olfactory presence to be anywhere
perceived by anyone
in your presence.
You'd rather not have one at all? You'd just rather not have an olfactory presence?
Yeah, I would rather not have a scent, actually.
A scent.
I don't want a scent. I don't want one.
Put the scent patches on. You'll be fine.
Yeah. No.
Y'all, reading tags, you learn so much. If you don't know what something means, look up what the tag means. You will know everything you need to know.
Yep.
Because you may not want to risk reading the fic to find out.
Someone should make, as a little gag gift sort of thing, a tag dictionary. That'd be a cute little gift.
We should sell that.
Guys, don't steal that.
Barnes & Noble can have our idea, but they have to sell our tag dictionary.
Hey, that's the...
But it's like Urban Dictionary, where it has the actual meaning, but you have to discern the actual meaning from the absolute BS of description.
We should work on that. That's actually kind of fun. There aren't that many tags, right?
There's enough tags that they don't let you search all the tags if they don't have enough fics under them.
That's true. We could just pick, like, some common ones.
I wonder if I can find a list.
Well, I have 100 at least. So...
That's true.
Tag dictionary. Okay.
It's gonna be awesome.
That's all I got, though.
There are currently 28,777,255 tags.
This is our life's work.
Relationship exclamation point. That's
a tag?
Yes. Freeform exclamation likely will be abandoned and discontinued exclamation.
Oh, are these in alphabetical order?
I think so.
Okay. Well, we don't need all these. Some of them are just emojis. We can leave those out of the dictionary.
Freeform fox ghetto? Yeah, you heard me.
My time.
Freeform cat gojo?
I knew that. I didn't know ghetto was a... Ghetto was a...
Ghetto.
That's what I say in my head, and I can't stop, and it makes me mad.
Freeform, both are adults.
Just in general?
Freeform, based off of the December 27th streams, proceed with caution. I don't know. Freeform, and... Some of them are just a bunch of exclamation marks with specific spacing. Like,
how did those get approved?
Girl, do you look...
I do, sometimes. Occasionally.
I don't know if they have to be approved.
Maybe it just has to have a
Freeform, the empty places other people should be, isn't a character, and I call that sad. What? Freeform, the fire alarm went off at 3 a.m. The first time he fed Simon through a cup.
Is that like Alvin and the Chipmunks?
The fuzziness of his hair feeling... What? This got better. I was concerned that it's funny. I think it's One Direction. The fuzziness of his hair feeling good against Zayn's fingers. What?
That's a whole tag.
The big economy, to borrow a term from boomer newspapers. The Goblin bars are perhaps the safest for these kinds of meetings. The Greatest Showman AU?
Wait, who's in it? Who are we putting in The Greatest Showman AU?
It's been made a synonym of alternate universe The Greatest Showman fusion, so I should go look at that to find this. They have parental tags. The Holiday AU. Who did they put in this? Alternate universe The Holiday 2006.
That's a good movie, though. I understand.
There's so many tags under that tag.
How many The Holiday fanfictions are there?
Wait, this is one tag. It's a keyboard smash. It's another The Holiday AU. Yay! Ever heard of that movie, The Holiday? If you've seen The Holiday, you know where this is going. Scene from The Holiday AU. The Holiday. The Holiday. The Holiday. The Holiday. The Holiday adaptation no one asked for. The Holiday based. This is The Holiday AU. This is basically very true to the 2006 movie of The Holiday. But yeah, just The Holiday AU.
You know, I don't feel too bad about my hyperfixation anymore.
Can I search by this? There's like 2,006 of them. This one's Loki.
Are you sure there's 2006 or is that the year?
Oh, you're right. That was lame. I got excited. There's only 101 works.
There's a Loki one?
Yeah, Loki TV 2021. The Holiday AU. It's evil explicit.
Ew. Evil explicit.
Sense and Sensibility. Stranger Things. Harry Potter. Legacies. Red, White, and Royal Blue.
They were fast on that one.
The Morning Show.
The Morning Show? Like news?
No, like the ABC. Not the ABC. Oh my gosh. The Apple TV show, The Morning Show.
I was like, people are shipping anchors now.
The Rookie. Like the cop show, The Rookie.
The Rookie.
911. Gossip Girl. That was written in 2023. Somebody's already writing fanfiction about Gossip Girl.
The fandom is alive and thriving.
Haiku.
You have to say it like that because it has exclamation points after it?
It does.
Haiku!
Succession. Sorry, I got taken aback by a tag. It's ABBA is a love language. Like the band ABBA.
Oh. Not me with my Bible knowledge being like, Father?
Jesus Christ is a love language.
Abba the Father?
I know Jesus Christ is the language of love, but like I'm still like, that's so funny.
Not that that's a tag.
The Vampire Diaries, 2022. Marvel Cinematic Universe. Please guess at the 2 relationship tags in this.
Stony?
Yes.
Okay.
What's the other?
Is it the Natasha and Bruce?
It is Natasha, but not Bruce.
Natasha and Clint?
No.
Is it also Natasha and Steve?
No. Remember, it's 2 different relationships.
Okay, and it's the Holiday AU?
Yes.
Okay. So there's Stony. Is it a man or a woman?
It's a guy.
Is it Falcon?
Mm-mm.
Bucky?
Yes!
Oh yeah, I'm an idiot.
Again, the Rookie.
I would read that. That seems...
Wait, let me go back for you.
Interesting.
It's E.
For everyone.
Whoa. Okay, here's the tags, folks. No archives warnings apply. You're about to learn a lot about tags. There's not that many. I lied. Steve Rogers, Tony Stark. James Bucky Barnes, Natasha Romanoff. Tony Stark, James Bucky Barnes, Steve Rogers, Natasha Romanoff Marvel. Edwin Jarvis. Like,
what?
Jarvis, his butler.
Mm-hmm.
But like the person, not the computer.
Oh, okay.
Alternate Universe, The Holiday 2006 Fusion. Alternate Universe, No Powers.
Okay.
Past Character Death. Kid Fic.
Well, I guess somebody has to die.
Past Abuse. Past Character Death, though. Like, somebody's already died.
Right, somebody has to if they're doing the holiday.
What? No?
Yeah.
No?
Yes?
No?
His wife is dead.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't mean they have to be married. Like, it's in the... I was thinking, like, just in the context of the story.
But that is the story, right?
Right, but he could have just been her brother. It's just Steve. Like,
oh.
Like, who said Bucky's wife had to die or Steve's wife had to die? I guess it's Peggy, though.
Yeah, probably.
Kid Fig Past Abuse. Fluff and Angst. Eventual Happy Ending. Jewish Bucky Barnes.
Okay.
Explicit sexual content. Like, why? I love that they're following. Holidays. This is 25 chapters.
How long?
55,000.
That's pretty solid, really. Real.
Tony's Malibu mansion has never felt emptier. His parents are dead. His uncle is gone.
Okay.
He hasn't spoken to the man who raised him in years. Jarvis? Question mark? And the halls echo with the sounds of his regret. When his best friends suggest that he take a vacation for the holidays, he seizes at the opportunity, but he would never have imagined he'd end up on a website for house swapping. Bucky's New York apartment has never been more quiet. He let his ex push away everyone he loved, let him use Bucky for his own gain, and he got nothing to show for it other than some raging trust issues. When one of his friends suggested he get away from the city for December, he winds up agreeing to switch houses with Tony Stark of all people. Oh, so Tony's still a known person? Like, he is still famous Tony Stark?
He's just a millionaire. He just
a millionaire.
He's a millionaire.
Tony and Bucky come From two very different lifestyles, but over 2 weeks at the end of the year, they'll find laughter and love, and maybe, just maybe, they'll make themselves a new home. I just want to know who Bucky's ex-partner is. But before we go, we're the next time you see us, and by see I mean listen to, because you're not seeing us yet, wink wink, we're gonna be discussing a fanfiction that we're both gonna read that mix our two most popular fandom of choice, which is Loki and Harry Potter. It is called, I have to go find it now. Because I know it's on Punching Gods and Absentee Dads, I believe.
Yeah, I believe so.
Hold on,
or absentee fathers, absentee dads.
Let me just get to my books here. Okay, it's on Punching Gods and Absentee Dads. I nailed it. Go me. It's by
Ignomaris.
It's Enigmaris if you want to find it. But on Punching Gods and Absentee Dads, we're going to be reading, I think, 7 chapters at a time.
Yeah.
So next time you catch us, if you wish to follow along, we'll be through chapter 7 of this fic, and we're just going to try it out. It just seemed like a silly idea. So yeah,
that's what we'll be talking about.
Yep.
So this is my first time in the Potter fandom, so I don't think it's her first time in the Marvel.
No.
So this is all fresh for me, so it'll be exciting.
Yeah. So there might be discussion of who is who and the relevancy.
My Google tabs are open.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a new journey.
But yeah, if you want to read along, that's the fic, friends.
Join us
as we read together
on Fanfics and Friends!